Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to MPC Eyewitness News, where we tell you about the day. My name is Clark Kent. And oh wait, hold up. We're getting a signal from the reporter and interviewer Michelle back. Michelle, are you there?
Yes, but what a catastrophe it is in a town square. What once was a peaceful day in Los Angeles, a murder of Matthias Paris had happened in a few days during a robbery in a hospital, leading to an execution for Day's brother and an escape of June and Day. It all started when June Paris found out that her brother, Matthias, died in a robbery in the hospital that involved Day, a most wanted criminal, and she is recruited to the military to go undercover to find him. June went out to find Day, but she ends up in a skis fight, which is a fist fight, and has to fight her way out of there. After the fight, a mysterious boy helps her, and soon they are involved in a romantic relationship. But after June found out that the boy was Day, she had no choice but to report him. Unfortunately, Day's mom died, and his brothers were taken away. June thought that Day had nothing to do with the murder of her brother, Matthias, so she looked into her brother's journal, finding a secret message saying how he thinks the Republican murdered their parents, and that Thomas found out about what he suspected about it. Now, the last footage we saw them was when they escaped across the border on a train. I've come a long way to meet with our special guest, June Paris, from the book Legend by Mary Lou. Welcome, June, and it is an honor to meet you. Thank you for coming to this meeting virtually during the pandemic.
No problem. It's a pleasure to meet you today.
I have heard about your great escape of Day, but let's bring that chit chat later and the news first. I know that there has been a lot of events that occurred lately, but how would you explain some important events that occurred?
Yes, to start, I live in a world called the Republic, in the future of Los Angeles during a pandemic. I guess you could call it a dystopia. They failed the test the government makes you take, but unlike him, I got everything right. The plague is a virus that you get during the pandemic, and unfortunately, Day's brother Eden has gotten it. Day arrived at the government facility to steal an antidote for the plague for his brother. When Day was surrounded by soldiers, he threw a knife at one of them, which is my brother Matthias, and made a run for it. I was assigned on a mission to find Day and was determined to avenge my brother. I sent on the streets to track down him with the whole government on my side. And while I was searching for Day, I found a boy and became friends with him. Coincidentally, it was him. Day's brother had gotten worse as the virus started to affect him. Then the government killed Day's mother, and the military brought his brothers to the same facility where he tried to steal the antidote. I read through Matthias's journals and found a hidden message for me saying that the plague was made on purpose to kill poor people. I then made a plan with the Patriots to help Day and John, his brother, escape during the execution, but I couldn't help save Eden because he already died of the plague. Finally, Day and I escaped by riding on a train across the border, knowing that the Patriots would help whenever we were in danger.
It must have been difficult, but you made it this far. What an amazing accomplishment. Now, before we continue with the interview, let's watch the trailer for the book.
We'll see you after this break.
That was an amazing trailer. What are some descriptions that you would give for yourself?
A trait for me would be bravery because during the event I said, so Matthias brought me along with him, and together we chased the POW deeper and deeper into our territory, away from the dividing fences and the strip of land running from Dakota to West Texas that separates the Republic and the colonies, away from the war front where airships dot the sky. Some characterization traits for me are strong, tough, intelligent, and charismatic. The author states, quote, I'm more worried that I'll accidentally kill my opponent, end quote. This evidence proves that I am strong because it proves that I am much more powerful and stronger than her opponent. The text says, quote, during the chase, I broke 3 ribs and had a knife buried in my leg. End quote. This shows that I am intelligent because I know why the criminal must have done it. And I try to understand how he would react to that situation. In the text, it states, quote, sometimes I admire an admiring glance from a well-wisher across the room, which I ignore. My outfit is not meant for them, end quote. This evidence proves that I am charismatic because people admire me for my looks and I am wearing a dress that makes me look pretty.
Those are some strong traits. I know that there were some strong conflicts during the past events. Could you tell us what problems had happened?
Sure. Two problems that happened were person versus self, because I was wondering if I should help Day, since I would be betraying the entire Republic if I do. And another one was also a person versus self, since I was angry at my brother being killed since he didn't take me with him and was also upset that he died. Two other conflicts are person versus society, because the men were about to shoot at the citizens, but I didn't want them to get hurt, so I tried to stop them. And another problem is person versus person, because I didn't like how Thomas didn't even hesitate to shoot the people and that he is following every order that the commander is telling him to do.
What an amazing rescue you did for Day. Hope everything goes well in the future for you guys. Thank you for this opportunity to meet you. Thank you for meeting me on Zoom.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure to meet with you too.
There you have it, a story of a crime and romantic situation. The book Legend, written by Mary Lou, is a story that you will never forget. This is Michelle Back, NPC Eyewitness News. Back to you, Clark.
What an amazing interview that was. Wow. Thanks to our reporter and interviewer, Michelle Back, and our special guest, June. That was an amazing break to watch, and congratulations to June and Day. My name is Clark Kent. Good day and good night.